Hi, this is the fifth dimension with a general reading for the sign of Sagittarius. I am going to bring forward your loved one who has passed. So, who you think that it is, who has passed and stands beside you here on earth, I am going to be able to confirm that for you. If this particular reading does not resonate with you, please hit subscribe, pray, and meditate over the person that is significant to you that has passed and who you think is around you as a guide here on earth, and their energy will step forward to me in a future reading. If you have any questions, you can email me at the email address in the box below. I prayed and meditated over all of the cards beforehand. It takes me about 30 minutes approximately to get all of my tools out. Most of these are decks that I have made myself, so I cannot call out tarot decks for you to know what items I'm using. But I bring forth numbers significant to this person, letters significant to this person, their occupational energy, their personal energy, their attributes of their personality, a little bit of their story, and then I pull an eye color. And the last thing I pull is if they could say anything to you, what would they say? So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So let's go. All right, this is for Sagittarius. I have a man coming through. I have an intuitive hit that he is a black man, but this is the story, no matter what color he is. When he started out in life, he had a rough childhood. He started out with nothing and actually built a good amount of stability for his family. So he always was joyful when he was younger, even though he had very little. So when you looked at him, you might have been able to tell that he didn't have on all name brand clothing or things like that, but he was so cheerful and had such a great demeanor that you knew he was okay. He was good. What you didn't know, maybe, if you just met him on the street, but that you would know, is that he had an internal desire to be successful. He dressed as nice as he could when he got into his career or when he would go, to church or an event, a wedding or anything like that. He would dress the nicest in the room of all of the men. That was important to him. He also wanted to achieve stability, something he did not have when he was young. Once he created that stability in his 30s, I would say, he met someone, a significant other, and he married her, and she became his main person. Now, the reason why she's coming forward is because this is just a part of his story. So this was a significant event in his life that you would only know about. And that was that the woman he married came down with breast cancer or fought breast cancer throughout their relationship or when they were in their 40s to 50s. I see that she made it through. She made it through, it looks like chemotherapy and all of the different treatments and a couple of different scares. He even thought he was going to have to bury her at some point. That did not happen. He met with the doctors at one point and he thought that they were going to give him very grim news. That did not happen. Things were looking great, like she was going to go ahead and make it healthy and happy. I have her having a short illness, something that came on suddenly, and that led to her demise. So here they made it through all of these obstacles for her regarding health, and I get breast cancer, but then something else took her life and led to her demise. After that, he felt pretty stuck in life. He felt like there was no growth to be had. He felt like he didn't know what direction to turn. And things became very difficult for him. So I don't know how he passed, but I have that at the time of his passing, it was not the best time of his life. It was not where he was really surging forward and growing like he did in his 30s, 40s, and early 50s. I think after she passed, it just kind of turned him topsy-turvy, and he did not regain himself or the same euphoric feeling that, or even close to it, that he had with her. So when he passed, though, I'm honestly getting the violence card. I made my own cards, and I shuffle and ask the divine, please let hit the floor a significant situation that this person dealt with. And so one of my cards is the violence card. I actually have the prison card and the violence card towards the end of his life. That could be that someone did a violent act on him and ended up going to prison over it. Or it could be that he committed a violent act on someone and went to prison over it and maybe passed in prison. But I have that he struggled or fought diabetes during this time period. Okay. Um, as far as his energy goes, I have that he tried to, as far as occupational energy, I have that he took on a job to drive a school bus, possibly, or some kind of a bus or some kind of a service that took people in buses, and he did not like that at all. So the second job that he ended up with was a trash collector, and that's what brought him the stability. They make really decent money. So that was what I was getting for him. I also have that there was something as far as his interaction with a doctor towards the end of his life, something in his life, either he befriended a doctor or there was a doctor that took special care of him that he felt a true bond to. So I wanted to mention that person. When I go to his energy as a person, I use flashcards that will make no sense to anybody else but me. I have that, I wrote down that he was extremely confident, focused. He was a leadership type of person. He loved being in charge. He loved being in control. He was self-motivated. He was a multitasker. He liked to set goals, and he definitely liked to make all the decisions. Now, as far as his wardrobe goes, he never wore white. He just did not like white clothing. I had got an intuitive hit that he didn't that he thought that something that wasn't white would last longer because it could maybe hide a stain that a white shirt would show. So he's funny. I think like that too a little bit. So anyways, I also have that he was cremated and that he is in an urn. I don't show it. I show that it was buried. Um, but this had the urn was an evergreen or like had a green hue to it. It might have been that stone that kind of looks has a green hue to it, or it could have been a box. I know I did a box for my dad. This box could have had a green hue to it, but that's what I see as far as his burial goes. All right, now as far as his numbers that are significant to him, I made cards 1 through 31 and I let fall to the floor the numbers that are significant or representative of him. 9 could stand for September. 17 could stand for 2017. 30 could stand for the age that he, or could represent the age that he married this woman that he loved so much that passed of breast cancer. So don't force things to fit, but think outside the box. This could be representative of a birth month, death month, or day that he passed. I also have a 27, 24, so it could be September 24, September 27. I got one more number and I take whatever falls, sometimes 3, sometimes 10. So I take whichever 31. And I promised myself I was going to memorize the months that have 31 days. I'm so embarrassed to say I don't remember the rhyme. But anyways, so this could represent the 31st day of any month he might have either passed or was born. So 9, 31, 27, 24, 17, and 30. So I got lots of numbers representative of him. Might even have his address last 4 digits of a cell phone number, or other things. So, like I said, keep your mind open. All right, so I also always ask Divine to give me some letters that were representative of this person's first, middle, or last name. I did a reading for someone and they told me that their brothers and their initials were in the letters that I pulled for him, and he was wanting to speak with his brother. So, again, think outside the box. I have SLQC. So those should be significant. Those letters should be significant and representative of this beautiful soul that has passed, that stands beside you now here on earth. And I wanted to read something that I do this because I want to bring some light to people's loss, and I want to bring some sunshine to very dark moments. And when we lose someone, it is such a dark moment. I saw this card. I've always been able to communicate with people that have passed. And I only did it for friends or family when they would come into my energy. So I'm doing this. I'm trying to step outside the box and provide some comfort to hopefully lots of other people also. But I read this card, and it's kind of what motivated me to start this channel. It says, "Hello from heaven." I'll do it quickly. Your loved ones in the spirit world want to connect with you as much as you want to connect with them. They know you've been thinking of them, and they're sending you signs and symbols to show you how much they love you, to prove they're with you at this time. So that kind of motivated me, that I think most people do miss their loved ones so much that they would love to interact with them. And that's what this confirms for you, that they are beside you, they are interacting with you. And I give you these other clarifiers just so you know that I'm for real, so that I can confirm some things that only you would know and not everyone on the planet. So I'm going to go ahead and pull an eye color. I have marbles in a red bowl. I don't know if you can see them. And I use them to represent eye color. I have every eye color I can think of in here. All right, eye color for this man. All right, so I have that he had blue eyes. So they were light in color. They might have been, had this blue in another color, maybe possibly brown, or there was just something kind of lit about his eyes. When you looked at them, they were beautiful. And when you looked at his face, your eyes went right to his eyes. So I think that I've covered everything. The last thing I'd like to do is I would like to tell you the messages that he has for you, because I have a deck. It's called Stairway to Heaven, and I ask the divine to give me the words this person would like to say to you, their loved one. So, like I said, I take all that fall, and I got a lot more than normal. I normally get 2 to 3, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, be patient. He wants you to know, don't be afraid. So, there might be something that you're being challenged by right now, and this is confirmation that he's by you during this time. His advice to you is don't be afraid. This is something that I thought might be representative of the violence and the prison thing. He said, "I am sorry, please forgive me." So if something occurred, he is wanting to apologize to you for it. Could be something, could have been an argument that you had last time you saw each other. Or what have you, or maybe you hadn't spoken a while because of an argument, or it might have to do with, I see the violence in prison card at the end of the story. Either way, it's precious to hear this. I am sorry, please forgive me. Good. I mean, that just makes my heart flutter. All right. Here again, you have nothing to feel guilty about. So you know what that means. He knows what that means, and he feels it's very important to let you know you have nothing to feel guilty about. So if you feel guilty about anything at all, please let that go. It's over. He's in a happy place. You're here on earth. Make the best of it and know that he's beside you. I wished I had told you more often that I loved you. That is the truth. We all feel that way. but I have 70 some cards, and so for this one particular one to come out, this is specifically for you from him. It must be something you need to hear. All right. And then he says, there is no time where I am. Time is only on earth. So maybe he always ran late, and that was something significant to his personality. He wants you to know. There's no time where I'm at. Thank goodness. Time is only on earth. All right. And this just, like I said, I am shuffling from 70 some cards, and you figure how many fell. That is a very small percentage. He said, I am standing right next to you. So he is. This is confirmation. I hope this brought you blessings and a smile on your face. Keep smiling and know that this will pass. And I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you for your time. Please hit subscribe to watch any future videos. And I love you, Sagittarius. Take care. Bye-bye.